This is your Tuesday Morning Rush. New York City's first and only black mayor has died at the age of 93. David Dinkins was found by his health aide unresponsive in his apartment last night. The former mayor is believed to have died of natural causes. He served as the mayor of New York City from 1990 to 1993. General Motors recalling nearly 6 million SUVs and pickup trucks in the U.S. due to potentially dangerous Takata airbags. The recall is from 2007 to 2014 Cadillac, Chevrolet, and GMC models. 18 people have been killed by shrapnel from exploding Takata airbag inflators. And 5 NBA players were part of a delegation that met with Pope Francis at the Vatican Monday to discuss social justice. Marco Bellinelli, Sterling Brown, Jonathan Isaac, Kyle Korver, and Anthony Tolliver spoke about the social and economic injustice and inequality in their communities. Pope Francis has publicly supported demands for racial justice. And the holiday traditions are in full swing at the White House. Right now, in fact, voting is underway for which turkey will be pardoned by the president. This year, it's between corn and cob. Yeah, love their names. We're going to learn the winner later today, and then both of them will head off to Iowa. That is your Morning Rush.